Hi, this is Camilla Blossom. Welcome. Um, I just did a video on preparing for the solstice and about a message from Mother Earth and embodiment. So check that out. But I wanted to also do one about relationship. It's such a huge theme for all of us humans, right? I know being a Libran and having Chiron in the seventh house and like a lot of these different relationship issues are really how we learn so much. And they're often very, can be very challenging. We can be betrayed. We can be, there can be loss. There's lots of um, experiences, right, with a relationship. But what I wanted to say is that I've been noticing kind of some themes coming forward just to kind of remind you um, about. And one of those is to recognize that we're in a really massive metamorphosis process. Every human on earth, we're having our DNA upgraded, we're changing, we're morphing, our identity is completely dissolving in some ways when it's based on ego, which most of the time it has been. So there's a lot of major shifts going on with who we are. And so with that, there can be some situations where we don't need to be with the same people that we've been with. And I've noticed, like, I have friends I've had for years and I love them, I adore them, and would like to spend time. And Spirit's like, no, you don't need to spend time with them. And they get the same message. So we kind of laugh about it. But recognize, like, we're on this life path for a reason. And there's some people that Spirit will show you if you live an intuitively guided, spiritually based life, then Spirit will show you who and when you need to be with for not just your karma and your learning, but your happiness and joy and bringing forth what it is you dream of. Because the other piece of this I'm getting is that there's a lot of relationships, and happens a lot, especially for empaths and sensitives, like myself, and I think a lot of you, is we're going through an evening out of the reciprocity of a relationship. So, in other words, if a relationship does not have an equal exchange of energy, there's not a give and a receive. Kind of see it like the infinity symbol, give and take, like sharing, giving, receiving, like a really nice flow. And that can be with, clients and customers, it can be with friends, it can be with family. If that's not present, it can be very difficult to deal with, and it can sap your energy. So I was woken in the middle of the night the other day and told to work on a couple of relationships. And there are ones that are really great. One's someone I work with, one's a good friend. And there wasn't anything like wrong with it or, glaring issue. But it was also just a reminder, yeah, like kind of flush through, like clear soul contracts, clear energy. Just say a prayer to ask for that equal exchange of energy to be present. You can even just imagine and visualize that beautiful infinity symbol going back and forth between your heart and their heart, and just clearing away anything that's more like lesson like or not needed anymore or old or, yeah, like that relationship is ending and a new one is forming at the same time that you're staying in the relationship. And I've noticed too, when I was married, you go through these periods where you start to, separate in some way and go through your things. And then it's like, oh, are you going to come back together? And so, and do this in a different new way. And so we're being asked to kind of let go of those attachments to all kinds of relationships, let go of a need to be with someone, a need to be in the relationship, and be cleaner and freer. And actually had a few clients recently where they felt like they were going to leave their relationship. And then we did some work with this and realizing, if you're willing to step away. And this isn't just with like a spouse or partner. This could be work, anything. And I've done this for projects and work. If you can step away and let go and say, I'm going to release this and see if it comes back. I mean, that's in a way what we're experiencing with the solstice. Like, can you let go of what your identity and ego are attached to and allow yourself to let go and then see if and when and how this relationship wants to return. I actually did that when I first made flower essences and my flower essence business back in 2000, because I worked with a few people in the beginning, and then they decided to go away. And I just asked Spirit, I said, okay, like I give these back to Spirit, all these flower essences I've created or we created. And if this is my work and meant to be, if I'm meant to be in a relationship with these flowers and this body of work, come back. And like 5 seconds later, the flower essence just went whoosh and came back. So that's actually a beautiful way to make decisions about things too, if you're not sure, in your life about certain relationships. I know I've had to let go of some recently, and it's not easy. But it also feels like an act of self-love to make those choices and decisions about who you want to be in relationship with, what aspect of your work or your life you want to be in relationship with, how you want to be in relationship with them. So I encourage you to, check your attachments, check your cords, clear soul contracts, create, pray and work with creating equal exchange of energy in all of your relationships. And just that thought, like, let's say you have a business and you're giving, and not receiving very much back. Like, that's a relationship that you might want to work on and create more equal exchange of energy between you and your business. So I hope that was helpful. And if it feels like some of these things you do want to go deeper, I am doing a solstice event on the solstice. I'll have a link below. It's working with the trees and light transmissions. So solstice tree journey and light transmissions. And I also do one-on-one mentorship to support you in these kind of things. So you can check all that out at my website, camillablossom.com. And also my Patreon community is on there as well. So thank you. I hope that was helpful. And may your relationships all blossom with joy.